sword to the floor.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Chris and I'm here to bring you another video. Today we're going to learn how to do the beach build that Steven's Wizards just put out. So I'm going to show you guys how to download that. Another great build. It's got the bellow skin, so it's an awesome build and I'm looking forward to showing you. But before we begin, I definitely want to give a quick shout out to all those that are subscribing to my videos. Thank you guys so much. Just a reminder, if you haven't done so, click on the alarm. That way you guys are notified that when I put a video out, you guys will see the most current video. So definitely click on that notification. And if this is your first time actually reviewing my videos or watching my videos, definitely click on the link below and hit subscribe. I'd love to have you. We got great content. So far I've been showing a lot of builds. So if you guys are wondering what these builds are before you even download them, I kind of give a quick tutorial and go over them with you guys. I'm also going to be doing some videos here in the near future about how to do certain things that I've been asked about, such as updating Kodi to 17.3, doing some different things like that. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys all that. I appreciate you doing what you're doing. Definitely click on the link below and subscribe. Make sure you like and comment as well. And if there's anything that you guys want to see, I always leave my email link below. You guys can feel free to email me. I've emailed a few developers and they've never responded back to me. So I try to help you guys out as much as I can. That's why I'm doing this, just simply because the fact that I remember what it was like when I first started out with my Amazon Fire Stick. I had no clue what I was doing. So I'm definitely trying to help you guys out in that regards. So let's get started, guys. The first thing we're going to do on your device is go ahead and click on your Kodi. And this is a fresh Kodi 17.3 build. So you do need to start out with a fresh, clean one. You don't have to, but it is easier. So if you'll do that for me, I'd appreciate it. You're going to first go up to the gears and you're going to click Enter. You're going to scroll over to System Settings, click Enter. Going to scroll down till you see Add-ons. You're going to click right once, then scroll down 2 times to Unknown Sources. Go ahead and click Enter. The warning sign will come up, and that's okay. You want to go ahead and hit Yes. Okay, back up once. Then we're going to go down to File Manager. Okay, you're going to go ahead and select that. Then you're going to go down to Add Source, and we're going to add a URL to where we can find Steven's Wizards, the beach build. So we want to go ahead and click Enter here. And then you want to type out this URL. I don't have my keyboard, so we'll go pretty slowly here. It's http:// repo.ARTSY. You're going to go down here, click on that. Then hit your hyphen, go back and click it off, and that's ARTSY project. Okay, .com, and then / and then magic. Okay, once you've entered that, then you want to go over, scroll over to see OK, go ahead and hit OK. Here you can name it anything you want. I'm just going to keep it as magic. But like I said, if you want to click on a name and name it yourself, you can hit Enter, and then you can delete that, name it whatever you want. But like I said, I'm going to keep it as magic, and then we're just going to hit OK. Scroll down once, hit OK. Now from here, we're going to back up twice. And then you're going to scroll down because you're at the main menu here. Scroll down to see Add-ons. Go ahead and click Add-ons. Scroll up until the Install box. Click Enter. And then you're going to scroll down to see Install from Zip File. Here we're going to click Enter. And then you look for the name that you named it, which was Magic or whatever you named it. Then we're going to scroll down once, click Enter. Scroll down once again, click Enter. And then we're going to give it a second, guys, to show it as it's installed. and you'll see that in the upper kind of upper quadrant there to the right. It'll come up and it'll say add-on installed. Okay, if you go to my add-ons back up, and then you can see that currently downloading has actually left, and you can see that the icon has come up so that we know that it has been downloaded. So from here, you want to go ahead and hit install from repository. You want to scroll down twice to Aries project, scroll down 3 times to program add-ons, once to Aries wizard, and here, guys, you want to install it. So go ahead and install. You can see that it's installing. Once it's fully downloaded, then you can go ahead and click enter on Aries wizard, scroll to the left, click open, and then it's going to open up the wizard, guys. For those of you all that are not familiar with Aries wizard, it's a great source for different builds. It's one of the main wizards that you can actually download builds off of, and I definitely recommend that. In fact, I didn't even know that Steven had his builds in there at the time until he sent me a message and said that he did have them in there. So that made my life a lot easier, because if you go the other route, there's a couple extra steps that you have to do, and it's a little bit annoying. So thank you, Steven, for letting me know again. So once you get into the Aries wizard, if you haven't seen it yet, there's all kinds of things that you can do here. But we're just going to go ahead and click browse builds. And then you're going to scroll down. It's quite a ways away, so you're going to look for the one that says Steven. And like I said, it's pretty far down in the list. Now keep in mind, there's going to be a couple that'll say Stevie something or another, like Stevie's Builds, something like that. But Steven's is actually, it'll just say Steven. Right there it is. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and click enter. And then, as you can see, these are his most updated builds, the latest builds that he's had. This is a great build right here if you have an Amazon Fire Stick and you're not wanting a lot of content. I definitely recommend you doing that because it is pretty quick and it's basic. And it gives you what you need. I mean, your movies and TV shows. There's a lot of these builds that there's a lot of content add-ons that you're not going to even use. So, keep that in mind when you're looking for a build. But you're going to go down to the Krypton Beach build. Okay, click enter. It'll automatically take you to install. And then here you're going to hit install and then proceed. Okay, we're going to give it just a second to download, guys. Once again, I'm going to take the time to remind you that if you haven't subscribed, please click on the link below and subscribe. Make sure you click on that alarm. That way you guys are notified when new videos come up for mine. I try to do at least once a day. Make sure you also comment and like them, share them with your friends. I've been into this community now for probably about a year now. There's things that I'm learning as I go along. Still not fully knowledgeable about everything. So if you guys do ask me something I don't know, I'm going to try to find you guys an answer. And if you guys do leave a comment, I may not be able to get back to you because I'm noticing more and more comments. So, as a Cody community, hopefully if I'm not able to answer, somebody step up and add a comment there to help each other out. We're all one big family, guys. And, that's why we're doing this videos so that you guys will be knowledgeable on builds. I try to help the developers out, so if a developer comes out with a new build that I think is really good for you guys, I definitely will share it with you all. But definitely help each other out. That's what this is all about. Okay, once this downloads, guys, as you can see, it's a 202 megabyte build. So this is about a mid-range build. You can pretty much use this with your Amazon Fire Stick or your Mi Box or any of those devices that are on the lower end spectrum. They're all good quality devices. Just some are a little faster than others. I've got an NVIDIA Shield. If you want to invest in some money, it's not that expensive. I just got the basic 16 gig version. It's basically $200 plus tax. The Shield is, in my opinion, probably one of the best Android boxes there are. Some might argue differently. But I've added an external hard drive on there to give me 1 terabyte of memory. And I've done some other things to kind of help out along the way with that. So it makes my life a lot easier making these videos. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Couple things too. My voice is getting a little stronger, so hopefully the volume will be a little bit better. I'm holding the mic up to my face this time. In the past, I've kind of either had a headphone or I've kind of left the mic down on the table. So we'll see if this works, and I've got the volume all the way turned up. I will tell you though, when you see my video, the intro is going to be a little louder because for whatever reason, you know, when I download the intro and put my stuff in there, it was automatically at that volume. So I do apologize if it seems like it's, you know, that I'm going from really loud to then I'm talking and not being loud. So I'm trying to make up for that, guys. I know a couple of you have commented, so hopefully you guys can help me, and that way I'm not sounding like I'm mumbling. So once you've downloaded, we're back to where we were here. It says, do you want to back up the skin? You want to hit no, and then you definitely don't want to do that. So you go ahead and hit no. And then Kodi needs to be closed. Press OK to attempt to close Kodi. We want to do that. That'll close Kodi out. And you can log right back into Kodi, and that will reset everything. As you can see, it's a 17.3 Krypton build. And you can see the skin is the bellow look, or the bellow skin. Okay, Steven's added a few different things. This is a kind of a basic build, but it's a really cool build. I like the design on it. As you can see, it's really cool. You do want to give it a few seconds or a minute or so, depending on your system, to let it download its skins. You don't want to just jump right in and start moving around the build, because there are going to be some issues that come up with that, and it's going to slow you down. So if you guys will just give it a few minutes there. Like I said, some systems are faster than others, so you know, you may be able to move in right away and do it. But it looks like we're good to go here, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the menus. We got library, we got shows, movies, Disney, music, live TV, ESPN, videos, settings, library, and then we're back to shows and movies. Alright, guys, so under shows, you've got LCM shows, Zen shows, Bubbles shows, Exodus shows, Spectus shows. So you've got your add-ons there for your shows. Same thing with movies. Okay, only difference is we got Bubble movies box sets, Exodus movies. Okay, you got HD movies, and you got some 4K content for you as well. Okay, so let's go into shows. If you click on shows, of course my Kodi has decided to stop. So I've got to log back in here, guys. Give me just a second. No big deal. We're right back to where we were at library there. And I didn't get to show you library, but if you go into the library, you've got TV shows, movie sets, and movies. If you go into movie sets, which is kind of what I was going to do, these are movies that you populate, guys. Okay, you can go into the extended info mod, which I'll show you here in a little bit, and show you how to add movies. Okay, you can also delete these movies. Now, just because you just see 2 movies here doesn't mean that's all that's on this build. All right, so I talked about that in my last build. These are the movies that you go in and you select under the database, and that's like a quick link to these movies for you. Okay. All right, so there's your library, and this is stuff that you load. Okay. Shows. If you go into shows, let's go into I like Exodus, so we'll go into Exodus. Okay, and then you can actually look at any movie on database based on what you're looking at. So you got genres, networks, languages, certificates, people watching, most popular, highly rated. If you've seen Exodus, that's one of the popular ones. And then you got your TV shows as well. You can do that as well. But I will tell you, let's go into, let's just go into genres here. Okay, you can go into action. Okay, and it's going to give you a list of action movies. So you got Flash, Arrow, and these are actually shows. I forgot I was in the shows there. Gotham, Vikings, Supergirls. Okay, so you've got a good listing of stuff there. It tells you when the premiere date was, what the studio is. It gives you a synopsis of it if you click on it. You've got your seasons. That's the one thing I love about these builds, guys, and I love about the whole Kodi experience, because you have anything at your fingertips. You don't have to buy anything. As long as you've got a good internet and good device, then you can watch anything. And I've scrolled through so many things. One day I just sit there and I was trying to figure out what I could find. I'm a big Doctor Who fan, so I went and clicked on Doctor Who, and it goes all the way back to season 1, the very first pilot episode. So you've got all that at your fingertips with these builds, guys. And Steven does an amazing job of making his builds very simplistic, very easy, but they're very flashy and very good designs. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and click on series there. You can choose any number of these sources. Sometimes you'll get that authorization required if you just hit the back button there. A lot of times it'll go past it. If it doesn't load, you've got numerous other sources that you can use to actually view the show. And I'm not sure if that actually downloaded or not. So let's see if we can find something else here. And there's your NCIS. As you can see, you got all the seasons, even up to the most current episode. That seems like it's doing a little bit better as far as your loading there goes, guys. I also will go over a video here in the near future about how you can speed this process up, this whole loading, because you can adjust your providers and you can take out providers and you can do different things to actually speed this up. Because a lot of these add-ons like Torbra and things like that, if they're running slow, they're kind of like a bad apple. They'll slow the whole thing down. So we'll give this a second to load up here. Okay, and as you can see, it's loading there, the very first episode. All right, guys. So not bad, not bad.
Yes, sir, Mr.
All right, so we're going to go back, and we're going to back out of this. Okay, as you can see, Exodus is great. And same thing with movies. You can go into any of these, and you can pull up your movies. You can go by year if you want, or people watching. People watching is what the most current trends are. Those are usually your better quality movies. Or you can go in and look it up by year. And there you go, guys. It gives you a runtime, gives you the writer, director, synopsis. Okay. You can even change the views of these. If you click to the left, you can do, right at the top, you can do bellow view, slide view, gallery view, banner list. So let's go to the bellow view. Here you go, guys. You can actually do it that way. Yeah, I definitely want to see Captain Underpants. So there's good ways of actually viewing these movies. Okay, you got Disney. This is something that he's added new. You can go into kids movies. Okay, and there's all your kids movies, the most current ones. Okay, and you can also click on the menu Disney. And you've got your Disney movies, which is pretty freaking awesome. All right, so there's that, guys. You also got music. If you go into music, you got files, library, add-ons, Django, MP3 themes. Guys, this is a great add-on. I love it. It's just like having Spotify. He also gives you the ability to use Django. Django is just as good. You've got your live TV. If you go into live TV, you can watch any live TV as of right now, which is really cool. So your IPTV, world channels, world TV channels. Okay. You also have ESPN. So here's your live sports. You can click on ESPN. And there you go, guys. You have Android TV. You can pull it up under Apple TV under ESPN 3. And then you got videos. So there's your files, your pictures, your programs, and you've got all your program add-ons here. Or you can click on videos. Okay. So you got settings, you got your submenu. You've got your library. You're back to your library. Okay. So once again, another great build, guys. Steven's made this one very simplistic. And I will show you real quick. I was going to show you, if you go into libraries, click on that, and then go into all movies, the movie database. Okay, here's your movie database. Okay, so what we talked about, in the beginning, if you go back out and you scroll down to your TV shows, movie sets, movies. Okay. Remember what I was telling you, if you click on, let's say, movies, there's only a few here. Okay, like I said, this is what you've loaded. So if you click on library on the main menu, you're going to go to your database. You just click on all movies, the database, or you can select any number of those to pick up which movies you want. But let's say we want to add John Wick 2. So you're going to long press your select button. And then, as you can see, you can it's in the library already. So this is a way that you can actually remove it out of the library. I had a gentleman ask me on the last video how you get those widgets off there. And this is the same way that you remove the widgets if there's a widget for that. Okay? So you can actually do that. Let's find one that's not in there. So let's go into Sing. And you see you can add it to the library. So let's say we add it to library. Okay, we're going to back out. We're going to go down to movies, and there's your Sing. Okay, so keep in mind that, once again, these are just movies that's in your library, ones that are quick guides to your movies that you want to see. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys out. You can go into settings, and you can mess with settings. There's your file manager if you want to add add-ons. This is a great build for adding more add-ons on there. So you would go into add source and then add it that way. Okay, and then you could go into your add-ons here, and then that's where you install from zip file. All right, so hopefully this guys will help you guys out. It's about a medium build, not a lot of content in here, but really, to be honest with you, you don't use a lot of add-ons in a lot of these builds. I very rarely do. I use Exodus a lot, and I use Zen a lot. And then when I'm using my sports, trying to find live sports, usually if I have a BT Sports 2, that's where I find my UFC fights. And then also Sports Devils. So I only really use 3 different add-ons, really, to be honest with you, guys. That's all you need. But you know, if you have a IPTV, add-on, that's great because you can watch live shows that way. There is also a way that you can download an app. It's APK file for Mobdro. If you can find that, maybe I'll show you guys how to download that. That's an absolute amazing add-on as well. So guys, I really appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Once again, trying to put these out as quickly as I can so you guys can see them. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please click on the link below and subscribe. Guys, I'm just here to help you guys out in any way I can. Feel free to email me. You can email me anytime. Like I said, that might be a little bit better way of actually getting in touch with me than leaving comments. Sometimes it's a little harder when I start getting a bunch of comments to actually answer all of them. So once again, guys, remember, we're family. We're here to do this together, and we're trying to find a solution to help us all out. So thank you, guys. Make sure you click on the link below. Once again, subscribe, click that alarm button so you guys get notifications of new videos. And I thank you so much for everything. Thank you, guys. You all have a great night and day and wherever we are.